That's just sports, baby.
Crowd goes wild, strawberry ice bringing fire and style. Reds, Bengals, Bearcats, all in my zone. This is my stage, my mic, my throne. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy Slide is kicking down the door. Step into the ring where the passion ignites. Talking sports all day and all night. From the field to the court to the roaring stands. Strawberry ice with the world in my hands. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy Slide is kicking down the door.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And you know what? I'm always coming to you live from that ice game.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and More. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and More. Their website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also, shout out to my favorite brewery, Moreline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moreline beer, some delicious Moreline food. And tell them I sent you. Moreline Lager House.
That's right. Please check out all my great sponsors of the show. I would greatly appreciate it. We are getting closer and closer to Reds baseball season. Pitchers and catchers reported yesterday the snow starting to melt a little bit here. And, you know, we'll have to rain this weekend, maybe wash it all out. It's not as warm. It's warmer. It's not as warm here as it is out in Arizona. It's a way warmer out there. I know these guys are excited. I cannot remember a season I have been this excited about in a while since the Reds went outside Eugenio Suarez. But it is my pleasure to introduce, I'd like to consider a friend. I mean, we talk from time to time. You know, he knows who I am. That's kind of cool. But he is the one and only Graham Ashcraft. What's up, Graham?
How's it going, man? Appreciate you having me on.
Hey, as always, dude. I appreciate you coming on. I'm glad you give me just this little podcast during the time of day, so I appreciate it, man. How's things going there in Arizona? I think it's a little warmer there than it is here.
Oh yeah, man! It was a shock getting here. Me and the wife left Tennessee, and we got out here, and it was 30 degrees when we left. It was 82 when we got here, and I was like, I'm a little overdressed.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like, wow, I can actually shed some clothes here. I don't have to wear a hoodie or a winter coat around everywhere. Or hell, at my house, I had to wear a hoodie inside the house because it just doesn't get that warm down here. It's just the way it is. But so how how's the first couple of days been? You guys you got to meet Gino, got to meet some of your new teammates. How's that go? I saw you give Gino a hug on the Reds video they put out there on Twitter. How's everything going? Meeting the new teammates and stuff?
Yeah, it's going good. I actually played with Gino in spring back in 21, so I don't really know him, but I got to be around him. But
right.
You know, it's always great when you get back, everybody kind of coming back together, getting in the clubhouse, hanging out, talking about how the off season was and stuff. You know, I mean, it's always good to see the guys because I mean, it's your family away from your family. You know, I mean,
right.
We spend 7-8 months with each other, and so all of us are all really close. I mean, you have to kind of have no choice but to get close, you know. So.
Yeah, you see those guys more than you see your own family. So what's I don't know, what's the first couple of days like? Do you guys do a lot of stretching, long toss? What's going on? The bullpen session? What's going on the first days of actual activity for spring training here?
So day one typically is physicals. You come in, get checked out by the docs, go through the whole thing, just get blood work done, make sure there's not any type of supplements you need to get on to kind of counteract anything that you have going on internally with your bodies,
Right.
And then after that, tomorrow, I mean, it's full throttle. We're going to be like, we'll have guys that have bullpens, PFPs. I mean, you basically go through a whole practice, go work on pickoffs, go work on getting over to first. Like, I mean, it's right out of the gate.
Right at the jump, right? Keep going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about it too, like it's spring training it's really so short. Like think about it from when the players are supposed to report. Like they have, like, I think it's 4 days until they can get, like, they're in game.
Right.
And so it's not really a lot of time. Like when you get here, like you have to be ready. It's go time. You're fresh off the press. It's time to go.
Yeah, for us Reds fans are like, God, hurry up and get here. We want baseball. I'm like, I can't wait to see the first spring training game. I would love one of these years. I'm going to make it out to Arizona. I hope. It was a lot easier when they trained in Florida. I could at least drive there. Arizona's a little far. But so what I got to ask you though. And by the way, I don't know if I told you before, but I love the number change. I'm 23. That's the GOAT, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So I do appreciate changing the number there. But what was it like? This is last year's your first year in the bullpen. And, dude, you took to it like a fish to water. I think you were one of the most important pitchers out of the Reds bullpen last year. You had your lowest ERA, your most wins. You had a pretty good year. What was it like going from a starter your entire life to a bullpen, to a guy from, you're going pitching every fifth day to you could potentially pitch every day or every other day?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big change. I mean, you have to look at the game from a different way because when you're in the dugout watching the game as a starter, you're kind of looking at tendencies and kind of see what guys are chasing, like what they kind of follow up with stuff to get the swing and miss. And so, but in the bullpen, it's just like, all right, I got to look and see if these guys are either chasing or I got to just be in the mode of like, all right, like I'm the hunter. It's time to go out there and go hunt and just get out.
Was that easier? Because it seemed like you were. I think you enjoyed, just my personal opinion from watching, you enjoyed the aggressiveness, like just going out there, like, all right, this is my stuff. Let's get after it and go in after these guys. It seemed like you attacked batters more. You liked that part of it. It seemed like to me anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did. You're right. I mean, it's you hit the nail right on the head. It's just it's a different aspect of the game. Like I don't know, when I was starting and I had that outing against Miami where I almost went complete game. Like that eighth and ninth inning, it just had a different feeling when you got to it.
Right.
And so like after going through this past season and actually throwing in those late inning games, like it's everything's on the line. Like those, like you don't realize it and you don't understand it until you get to be put in that situation. And like to me, after this past season, it's kind of showed me like why Nolan Ryan and Greg Maddux and all these guys that were great first had to start in the bullpen.
Right.
Like it makes you grow respect for that type of stuff. Because when you come up just starting, I mean, like even Lodolo, when he came down to the bullpen in the
Milwaukee series,
Milwaukee in the postseason, dude, you were right. It's completely different. Like you had to watch the game differently than how you do. And so it was nice to see that he got a little bit of a taste of that because it's something you can't necessarily explain to somebody. That you have to go down there and figure it out yourself. Like everybody has their own little ways to do things, and I mean, it's just trying to figure out what works for you. You got to piece stuff together and make it your own because it's hard. I mean, getting ready sometimes in 12 throws. I mean,
right.
Like you have to get ready fast.
Yeah, compared to I don't know how many throws do you get just to warm up as a starter compared to 12, 30? I mean,
that's not counting the starting your throwing program right before you get on the mound to go throw your 20 to 30 pitches before you go into the game. You get 8 more before the game. So it's like you have to know what your body's doing. You have to know how to make those small adjustments because you have an inning. Like that's it. You have one inning, and your goal is to go out there and not let a single guy get on base and not let a single guy cross that plate. because you never know if you're going to be coming in situations where bases are juiced and you got one out, and it's like, all right, let's force a ground ball to get a double play.
Right.
Because you know, like, or if it's, you're like, all right, I can punch these next two guys out, then go out there and do that. But I mean, a lot of the times, like, man, there's so many guys that are such great hitters now. Like, you have to know how to pitch to their weakness to get that rollover and that soft contact to get those outs, because the ground ball can be just as big as a punch out in those late innings. Because I mean, majority of the time, especially if you're coming in mid-inning, you're coming in with one out, maybe two outs, with guys on base where there's a good chance that you're going to have a force play at second or third. So you just had to induce something.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, people don't understand, like relievers say this all the time, and there are guys who can go to the ninth inning and produce, and there's guys who can't. And it's a mental thing. Like they're, and like I said, you can't explain it. You have to experience it. That there, because there are some guys you can't bring in the eighth and ninth inning. They just mentally can't do it. That's why they have, setup guys, closers, mid inning guys. Hell, you even have openers now. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff. And go from a starter to be able to take that like a fish to water. I think it shows a great about your mental toughness and everything, because you got to be mentally tough to do this. Because, dude, you said 12 pitches. Sometimes I'm sure your arm's going. You're going out there going, I ain't got nothing today. I have to figure this out. Because your arm just ain't there. And 12 pitches isn't going to get you there. And like you said, you only got one inning. What's that like when your arm just isn't there? Because I know you felt that during the season.
That's how you have to go about looking at the game differently. Like, you have to know, like, I know for me, being in the seventh inning guy this last year, I knew I needed to start moving around and stretching by the fourth inning. And so it's like, yeah, I can sit there and watch a lot of the game and like know what's going on, but I can't necessarily watch every pitch, because there's 2 innings to where I'm rolling out, stretching, going through my band routine, going through my plyo ball routine. I'm trying to do everything so that way, if my name gets called, I can be ready in that 8 to 12 pitch range and be ready to go out there and take the mound and be full force.
And that's the crazy thing. It's if you get called, you got to do all that stuff every time you're out there, because you don't know if Tito's calling you or not. You could get out there and you could be on the mound in the bullpen warming up, and they call the next guy, the guy, the other guy warming up, and you might not get into the game.
And then there's times where you can be sitting there and you're completely down. Like, it's, hey, you just threw 2 days in a row, you're down. And then next thing you know, that's one of the games to where you sit there and kick it back and you're just fully relaxed, just chilling, having a vacation day out in the bullpen. And then next thing you know, your starter doesn't get out of the third inning, and then you're just having to roll everybody out. And you're sitting there, it's like the seventh inning, and there's 2 guys left, and you're like, I need to start moving around because I might be having to throw this game.
You're like, well, there went my day off. Like, thanks, you guys couldn't get out of the first inning. All right, well, okay, let's see. And that's the thing. It's like, to me, it would be kind of, I don't know, fun is a weird thing, but I mean, I feel like you'd be more engaged into every single game, because you never know when you're a starter. Yeah, you get your routine. You do this on this day, you do this on this day, and then you pitch on the 5th day. You're very routine. How do you even get a routine as a relief pitcher?
I mean, your routine has to be when you start. That's it. Like, it's so hard, because I mean, there's going to be stretches. Like, I had a stretch this past year where we had 7 series in a row, and I threw 2 out of 3 for 7 series straight. And like, I felt great during that time too, and I was rolling, but it was just, you don't realize how much it's actually like impacting you,
right?
Until you get down the stretch, because once you get close to the end, you're like, man, this thing's not wanting to wake up today.
Right. Come on, let's go. We got stuff to do here. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was like the last game against the Dodgers in the postseason this year. I got up 5 days in a row, pitched 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And that 6th day, like, I walked in, I was just
walking like this.
I mean, everybody looked at me. They're like, dude, are you sick? Like, what's up? I'm like, no, my arm is just dragging behind me as I walk right now.
You're like a caveman. Like, come on. Come on, I got it. Let's go.
Yeah, there was Tito was like, "Hey, don't touch a baseball today. Like, let's take a day off. You don't need to touch a baseball.
You deserve it, Greg. You deserve it." It's like that's the other thing we're talking about your arm too. Your legs. You got to keep because pitchers use their legs a lot too. So I mean, how is the impact on that? Because I don't know. Did you pitch? I don't look up the innings, but did you pitch more innings last year than you had before, or were your innings about the same?
From when my elbow got hurt in 20.
Yeah. Like, was this the most innings you pitched in the majors, or did you have more than that before, or do you even know offhand?
I mean, the most I've had in one season was like 147.
Okay. Well, how much you have last year? I didn't look at this stuff up.
I think 68.
Oh, okay. So you weren't even
68.
Okay. So you're well below that. But what did your legs feel like? As far we talk about the arm and everything, but just your entire body, because like we said, you got to damn near warm up, stretch every game to be ready. So your body doesn't get a rest really. So that's had to be a different change for you too. Just not only the arm, but just the body in general.
Yeah, and I mean, I had that groin issue last year too, where I strained my adductor.
Yep.
And I mean, I didn't really ever feel like they got like super tired. I mean, my towards the end of the season, my body kind of in general was just kind of like felt like it was hanging on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was like, hey, you're good. You don't just take it easy. You can go out there and throw 20 pitches. You're going to be fine.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's more so just the whole body. I mean, it's not even just like isolated to the legs. Like definitely from starting your legs my legs would get tired towards the back end of the season. But that was just from constant, I mean, going out there and throwing 100 plus pitches a game.
Right.
I mean, that's just what's going to wear anything out. I mean, not let alone your arm, your legs get crushed from that.
Yeah, exactly. Now we got a question from Brad. Wants to know basically how is it like being a new dad here for the first time last year? Because I know. I was talking to you on the phone the other day, and you were babysitting. I can hear him in the background. So what's it like? I mean, I'm a new grandpa, so that's a whole new thing for me. But what's it like being a new dad and do the whole baseball thing?
Oh man, I mean, I was so grateful to have this off season, like with my daughter, just 'cause especially last year. She was born in January. I was home for a week, and then I had to come out here. But I mean, fortunately enough, they came out, and like I got to be around her a lot. But I didn't get to soak up a lot of that like newborn stage, you know.
Right.
And now, like she's starting to walk around real close to running, so we're starting to get a little scared.
Like,
but
whoa.
it's awesome, man. I mean, just getting to watch your kid grow and develop. It's so special. Like you realize like when your parents used to tell you all those things as a kid and you're like, I'm never going to get that way. It's like, well, I understand now. Yeah, like it's awesome. Like it's God's gift to us.
Exactly. I did that. How the heck did I do that? Especially I got a girl too, man. Being a girl dad, it's a little different. And just to let you know, usually the girls get the father's attitude as they get older. So my daughter is 20, almost 22 now, and she does stuff. I go, will you stop acting like your dad? But just my little girl, she's still my little girl. She's got me wrapped around her finger. What is it like being a girl dad? Because I'm just thinking, being a girl dad is hits different than being a boy. There's something different about that little girl.
Oh, I mean, nothing will ever come close to like it. The love is so different. I feel like, I mean, I don't have a son, so it's hard for me to say, but like the things that I would do for my daughter, like I would do
don't touch her
terrible things to keep my daughter safe.
Graham's got guns. Don't touch her.
But it's like I had a little bit of I call it that fatherly instinct come in this year, and I was at a facility, and a kid took this little thing and like hit my daughter across the chest with it. A kid he was barely like almost about to be 2 or a little over 2, and I just filled with rage, but I just sat there and didn't say anything because I was like, he doesn't know any better. It's okay.
Grab that kid. Like, what are you doing?
I know. I looked at my wife. I was like, I wanted to go grab him by his ears and just shake him.
Hey, dude, I feel the same way. Like I said, my daughter's 21. I was 22. It don't change, man. You touch my girl. This is my running joke with my daughter. I ain't afraid to go back to jail. She goes, "You've never been to jail." I said, "There's always a first."
Exactly.
You never know, but that's the cool thing is like now you get to the point where she just start running and walking and all that stuff, and then you eventually start playing catch with her and everything like that. You might like the family day this year. Well, they had that, I think, toward the end of the season. I mean, hell, she might be able to run the bases with you or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's close. I mean, she's walking so much better, and it's so tough having to watch her like over a screen.
It sucks.
But it's just part of it. It's easier when you can not have to travel all the way to the West Coast and all the way back to the East Coast.
Yeah,
but it's special, man. I mean, like she just went to the dentist for the first time today, and like she just turned 1. She's already got molars coming in. I'm like, come on, she had 4 or 5 teeth come in at one time.
Oh,
it was like,
man.
Let's have a little bit of a break from this stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think they recommend putting whiskey on the kids' gums like they did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, having kids are awesome. That is the coolest thing I have ever done or ever will have done in my entire life. So I mean, enjoy. And I'm telling you the same thing I tell my son. Enjoy this because it goes by quick. And everybody's like, yeah, right. Like, no, it does. Next thing you know, my son's 25. My daughter's 21. I'm like, what the hell? How'd they get so big?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a grandpa now. Like, how'd that happen?
Yeah. Like that was this off season. I mean, me and my wife looked at each other and we're like, it was crazy how long the days felt like being a parent,
right,
but how fast they went by.
Yeah.
Like all together.
Yeah. It's like, will you just go to sleep? I want some sleep. And then, a couple months later, it's like, what happened to that?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on? All right, we got a couple questions here from the chat here. Holmes wants to can Graham give us how he sees the NL Central Division standings from top to bottom? Basically, how do you think that the Reds? I'll put it this way: how do you think the Reds are going to do this year? I think you guys are going to. Give you my opinion. You guys are going to compete this year. We got a shot at winning this thing. That's my own biased opinion. But go ahead.
No, I mean, I definitely think we have a really good chance to compete for it this year. I mean, we have a solid rotation just like last year. We got a lot of the guys coming back. We made some great additions to the bullpen. We added Gino to the lineup, and then we got JJ Bleday. I mean, we added some big pieces, and I know there's guys' names that I'm leaving off, like Dan Myers and some other people that we traded for. But I mean, even from top to bottom, I mean, we're going to have a solid lineup. We're going to have a solid staff. I mean, there's a really good chance we can make an interesting run for it. But I mean, there's been a couple moves just through the division that some of the teams have made that have kind of shocked me a little bit, needless to say, like trading people away. But there's also been some moves from some of these other teams that have made some pretty big grabs in the trade market.
Yeah, Bregman going to Chicago is pretty big. That's a big one. But then Freddie Peralta got traded out of Milwaukee, and I hope you guys eat Milwaukee's lunch this year. That would be, I would love that because it used to be the Cardinals. I still can't stand the Cardinals. I call them Tweety Birds. But the Brewers, I'm so tired of losing to them. I want you guys to kick their ass this year.
Trusting me, we are too.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys chop that bit way more than I am. But let's talk about the bullpen here. Now they did add, and this is one thing. This offseason, I was like, I hope the Reds improve the bullpen just so your arm doesn't fall off like it did last year. You have other guys in there that they can rely on, and that they would get a right-handed power bat, and they did that. And to be honest, I was shocked they signed Eugenio Suarez. I mean, I love Gino. Gino is one of my favorite players when he was here. But let's just talk about the guys they added to the bullpen. What does that mean to impact you guys in the bullpen? Does it give you more confidence? I know, like you said, I think you guys are going to have – I hope you're going to be stronger at the end of the season, not having to rely on 3 or 4 guys at the end of the season. Hopefully, we'll allow like 5 or 6 guys down there. But what's the impact of these new guys on you guys in that bullpen there?
I mean, it's big, man. I mean, bringing in a couple lefties that have some really good stuff, like just to go in there so we can actually have some lefty arms to use against lefty hitters, because last year it was mainly me going in to face lefties towards the end of the season.
Yes.
And so I really like to see that, just because, I mean, I feel like you can't necessarily have enough lefties, just because I feel like there's more and more left-handed hitters coming up nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, adding the righties, I mean, it's going to honestly be just a coin flip of whoever you want to send out there to go out there and throw every inning. Everybody has late inning leverage, like everybody's thrown in those late innings. So it's just like everybody that's coming that we have with us is going to be able to do anything. Like it's right. It doesn't matter who's going to be in that spot. Mm-hmm. You're going to have somebody that can do the job and get the job done.
That's the best part of it. Yeah, that's huge.
It's a big key. Having that late inning closure, no matter who has to go out there, it just makes it where it's not, you don't sit there and be like, well, Tony and EP are down for the day, so let's see what happens. Now it's just like, well, okay, well, these 2 guys got to take a down day, so their innings are covered, like it's fine.
Yeah, all right. So how do you feel about being the 9th inning guy? Do you want to be that? I know Pagan's most likely the closer this year, but sometimes he can't go. Do you like being that 9th inning guy, or you like be more of a setup guy, or you don't care either way?
I mean, I don't care. A job's a job, but I would like to get a little bit more opportunity in that 9th inning role. I mean, I know last year was my first year getting into the bullpen. I had 6 closing appearances. I don't count extra innings as closing appearances because I'm starting with a guy on second base.
Right.
So, but I had 2 true 9th inning closing opportunities last year, and it was a freaking awesome feeling. I would love to have a little bit more taste in it so I can get to experience it a little bit more. But I mean, any role's fine, as long as I'm getting out there and getting outs to help the team win. That's all that matters, because at the end of the day, we're playing to make it into the postseason. We're not playing for a role,
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a team. It's not. The whole goal is to win the whole shebang here. And I know I try not to blow you up during the season, but I know there's at least one of those games you closed out. I sent you a video of me cheering my ass. I'm like, let's go, Graham.
Oh yeah.
So I was excited for you when you get out there. And my son makes fun of me. He goes, "You're such a Graham Ashcraft homer." I said, "Duh." Like, of course I had to come to my show. He's an awesome dude. So yeah, I'm a little excited when you get on there. So what was it like? I asked you last year, how excited you were to be able to play for Tito. Now you had a whole year of Tito. What is he like? Is he everything he's cracked up to be?
Oh yeah, I mean, I freaking love Tito to death. I mean, he's an old school coach, and I've always kind of leaned more towards the old school style, and it's just different when you have a manager that can sit there and look at somebody, and if he needs to jump their ass, pardon my French, he can jump your ass. Like, I don't know. For me, that's one thing. Like, if you can't take criticism from a manager or a pitching coach or something, then you're probably not doing the things the right way that you need to be doing anyway, and so you're not setting yourself up for success. So it's like if you don't like playing for people that are like that, it makes it tough. I mean, it really does. And just the baseball knowledge Tito has. I mean, there's so many times where there's situations that I'm trying to figure out how to word this correctly so I don't sound like I'm shooting myself in the foot.
I don't want you to get yourself in trouble here. Go ahead.
But it's just the way that he can look at it and make decisions on what position player needs to pinch hit right here, what pitcher needs to go in to face these guys. Like, there's so many years of knowledge behind it that he sits there and just looks at things, and he can make those decisions at a drop of a hat. Mm-hmm. And it just works out, man. Like, he's just great at what he does.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's got a lot of wins too. So he cracks me. He at Reds Fest, they tried to give him a plaque and everything for the 2000 wins and stuff. He wanted nothing to do with it. He always looked angry about it. he is so he don't want anybody to say not anything good about him or praise him. It seems like it's pretty cool because he's all like, it's about you guys. It's about what the team did. It's not about me. He goes, he said, I can't get all these wins, but I have good players. So I mean that's guy makes. I mean, like I said, I played high school baseball, but not. I didn't want to run through a wall for the guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what's the analogy? It's not the ones that row the boat; it's the one that steers the boat.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're the guys that row the boat, but he's sitting there putting everything in play for us to row the boat. Like,
exactly.
It has to start from somewhere. Like, yeah, we have a big part in it. We're the guys that are out there playing and putting everything out there, but he's the one that's putting the trust in those guys to go out there and play.
Now, how much? I just wrote this down there. How much crap did you guys give Tito for his captain's chair in the dugout? He looks like he's out there getting ready to go fishing in that captain's chair he's got there at GABP.
He probably got a little crap for about like one day, but
yeah.
That's Tito, man. Doing something like that. That's Tito. When I walked out there the first day, I was like, "Why is there a fishing chair?" and they're like, "Tito said he wanted it." I was like, "All right, I'm not asking any questions. I'm just gonna go."
That's exactly what I thought about. Like, what did they go to Bass Pro? Just pull it off the boat? And that's all like for having fishing poles go out there. That'd be the next thing when he instead of walking out to the mound to pull you guys, he'll just throw the hook out there. Come on out, hook you that way. But yeah, I mean, so what are some funny, like what's a funny that you can tell me without getting in trouble? What are some funny Tito isms or Tito stories that he did last year that you're allowed to share?
I mean, it's just kind of like little. He's just witty, man. Like he'll sit there and somebody will be talking and he'll just throw a soft little jab in there to kind of get guys going, and
right. He's
really
quick witted.
It's just you never know what to expect because you could be having a normal conversation with him and then it's just something kind of just happens. Like
he'll just catch you while you're just catching strays. Like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here. He's just giving it to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome, man.
He sounds like. I mean, I love listening to his interviews and stuff. I would hopefully one of these days I'll get to interview him. That'd be awesome. Okay, Ronnie here. What's it like pitching in GABP? The mental aspect of it. Great American Launch Park or Great American Ballpark, whatever you want to call it. What's it like pitching in there? Because some pitchers don't like pitching in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a ground ball guy, so I don't really have too many big flies that I've given up there. So for me, it's great. It's awesome when there's stadiums packed and there's a bunch of fans there.
Dude, I think it's good. You guys are going to have some fans this year. We all know opening day is, but if you guys play like I said, if you guys stay healthy, you guys should be in this thing all year long. And the Reds country is excited for this. I think you guys are going to have a lot more fans this year.
I mean, they show it every year too. Like we get spurts of it. But I feel like if that's one thing we could just add a little bit more to is just like, and I know it's tough. Like there's a lot of people that are big fans that come to the games that are traveling from a couple hours away and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't expect it every day. But just that support when you have that stadium loud, it adds so much more to the backs of us as players. I mean, it's a lot easier to go out there and want to try to win a comeback when you have 40,000 people in the background screaming for you versus having 15,000 and it just sounds like crickets out there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, well, hell, you actually did. Well, yeah, you played in the 2020 season. We had no fans in the stands. That had to be. I don't know how that had to be really hard to play those baseball games.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in the big leagues at that point, but a lot of the guys that I knew or that I know that still play, like they're like, man, that was one of the worst seasons ever. They're like, we're sitting in the stands because we can't go sit in the bullpen next to each other. Right. And
I
was like,
that.
Terrible.
Oh, it was awful. I hated that. I mean, just like, wow, what was it like for? Now, this is one thing I think, like, people are like, well, the Reds made the playoffs last year. I'm like, oh, they only made it because the Mets back. I'm like, I don't care. They made it. And the thing is, for me, is you guys had got the experience of what it's like to pitch the playoffs now, pitch and play down the stretch to win games when you have to. How much of that experience do you think is going to help you throughout this season? Just not necessarily you, just the team in general, going through the different ups and downs of the season.
I mean, it can make a tremendous difference, I mean, especially when you can come back and have the same guys that you did it with the year before, and you go back to run it back with them. I mean, that's the stuff guys like us in this career path that we hope for, because you never know how long you're going to get to play with some guys.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Most guys, it's a year. If you're lucky, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So like us being able to run it all back together, like we all know what it takes. We all know how to have each other's backs, and like we all like knowing each other helps tremendously because you kind of already have that chemistry.
Yeah.
And so that adds a major backbone to the team. I mean, that's a strong foundation that you started working on in the years past, to where now it's just like you slowly wove that line together to just make it even stronger.
Yeah, the cool thing is a lot of you guys not only played together in the majors, but a lot of guys came up through the minors together. So you guys have been playing together for years. So I mean, it's not like it's a new team. I mean, Gino's coming in and he's a new guy, and this is a completely different team than when he was here last time. But all you guys know each other. So I mean, that chemistry right there has got to mean something. And it seems like you guys really like each other and really have a close bond and a really cool clubhouse to hang out in too.
No, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's one of the things that makes us kind of rare as a clubhouse is, I mean, everybody that's come here in the first year, they're just like, man, like the atmosphere is just so different here. Like everybody is playing for each other and cares about each other. A lot of the game is individualized. Like there's some teams, some organizations where all the guys are playing for themselves. They don't really care. They're just trying to go out there and make the most money that they possibly can. And then if they make it in a playoff run, maybe they get a little closer as a team. But like when you have that camaraderie as a team and it's from start to finish of the season, it allows for more accountability to be held amongst your peers. Because you've all been around each other. It's like you get a little closer to where you can say those things that if somebody's not stepping up when they need to, you can have those quiet conversations behind closed doors and they're not going to take it personally.
Yeah. And you guys have each other's back. It's like us against the world. And it's like, I could say that to him, but you can't say that to him. That's my dude. I got his back. That's how I feel you guys are.
Yeah.
Don't take any crap from anybody.
No, I mean, there's a lot of us that have played together that we get together in the off season and stuff. I know there's a bunch of groups of players that all go on family vacations with each other.
That's
and
awesome.
It's just like spread out through everybody, and everybody keeps in touch and stuff, man. Like it's the day that I'm having to leave this clubhouse to go somewhere else is going to be a tough day, because there's a lot of guys that I've become friends with in this organization that they'll be some of the best friends that I'll ever have.
Well, hopefully that'll never happen. You just stay at Red your entire career. I vote for that. So let's talk a little bit off season before I let you go here. I know you're a big avid hunter, and with the new baby, were you able to get out there much? And how soon till you put get her out there with you to go kill some deer and stuff?
I was fortunate enough to get about 18 days out to go hunt this year.
Nice.
I shot a doe early in the year, and then I didn't see anything worth shooting. I saw one mature buck that I let walk, and because let's say mature, he was a 3.5-year-old that we've had on camera, and I knew he was going to be bigger. And then other than that, I saw a mature buck for maybe 15 seconds on one hunt. Literally looked over my shoulder, and he was there, and I turned back to grab my binoculars and looked back, and he was gone. So
yeah. It happens. You gotta be quick, man.
That's why it's called hunting and not killing. It's just part of it. Patience is a virtue, and I got a lot of patience.
Yeah, and the best part is the conversations you have with if you're with your friends, is the conversations you have in the tree stand or if you're doing duck hunting, duck blind or whatever. That's the part there. Now, who are the Reds teammates that are hunters? Did any go hunting with you this year or in years past?
So I took Tyler Stevenson turkey hunting for the first time last year.
Ooh.
He didn't get anything, but he loved
That
it.
would be hard, man. I've never been turkey hunting.
It got him hooked. I've talked to him for the past couple of years about it. He really wants to get out. I'm going to try to get him on a deer hunt this next year. Just got to get his hunting license. And I've had Abbott go with one of my buddies that's down in Kentucky the past 2 or 3 years, and this year I'm going to have a couple other guys that I'm going to get out there.
Well, if you ever need a third person, I'll come hang out. That's kidding. So your wife and daughter, are they gonna be in Cincinnati this summer? Or are they gonna be down in Tennessee?
They'll be in Cincy. They'll be up in Cincy.
Cool. Yeah. All right, cool. So you get some daddy daughter time when you're in town. So that's good. That's good. Good. All right. Let's see here. One more question here. Brad says, which veteran is the most vocal in the locker room when the team needs the extra push? Who's that loudmouth son of a biscuit?
I mean, at least from the pitcher's side, I would have to say probably Pagan. I mean,
yeah, I can see that.
He's been on playoff teams that have made the push and have gone into the postseason. Like, he knows he's been around, man. He knows what it takes. Like, he knows how to say the right things to get guys motivated about the game.
Right.
That's kind of the big thing, is you can run into those points of the season to where you might lose 2-3 games in a row, like last year when we were making a big push and we got swept, and it was just like you could take that and feel defeated, but you had to know how to overcome that and just be like, all right, hey, we might be down, but we got a lot of ball left. Like, it might not seem like we do, but 10, 12, 15 games can be a lot. A lot of things can happen in that stretch.
That's the great thing about baseball is it's every day. You lose 2 or 3 in a row. Hey, dust yourself off. Let's get at it, boys. Go for it again. Because I mean, you can turn this thing around quick, and it can go south quick. So I mean,
it can turn. I mean, like for us, it can turn around in the last 3 games of the year. Like,
dude, I love the Reds. There were so many times the last month. I'm like, oh, dude, they're done. No, they're back. Oh, they're done. Oh, they're still back. And then we actually won. I'm like, holy shit! They actually did it. I'm like, because I was so excited, and the catch Novi Marte made in right field last year, I about had a heart attack down here. I could not believe, because he'd only been in right field a month, maybe. He acted like he'd been out there the whole time. Making that, I'm like, dude, if he can make that catch, we're going to the playoffs. That was unbelievable. How did that pick you guys up? And were you in the bullpen probably when you saw that?
Dude, I was so fired up for him. Just because I talk with Marte, and I've got to know him, playing with him through the minors for a little bit and stuff. So it's like I try to be cordial with everybody, And right, I saw him get moved to the outfield, and I was like, hey, like, what do you think about it? He goes, like, I like it. Like, I like how, like, I can feel loose and I can play. And I was like, what do you feel like and this was after like 2 weeks of him playing in the outfield. I was like, what do you feel like is one of the things that you feel like you're kind of struggling with? And he was like, it's like I struggle around the wall. He's like, I just don't feel comfortable around the wall. And man, seeing him work at it day in and day out, and being out there with CC, doing all the stuff that he needed to be getting after, and then see him make that play, like not even a month later. I mean, it was freaking incredible. I was jumping, shaking the fence in front of me. Like, I was fired up for him, just because it's just, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I guess I can. I kind of got thrown to the wolves last year during spring. But like in season, getting like, you're just a primary infielder that's never played outfield, to say like, hey, we're going to move you to the outfield, and you'd be willing to say like, all right, let's go. And then turn into, like, in this short period, turn into this type of stud outfielder that has an absolute rocket from the outfield.
Yes, he does. He does. I wait for him to unleash that, man. I can't wait for that play to happen when he throws somebody out at home or third, because he's hell, he could have been a pitcher with that freaking arm he's got.
Oh yeah, he's got a freaking rocket, man.
I mean, Calgill had to be ecstatic, because, like you said, He works with all the outfield guys. TJ Friedel and him are always, from what I've heard or seen, working on going against the wall. Marte worked on it over and over again, and that you got to have it because he put the work in, and that's how. This is what people always, I think, get twisted. Just because you're in the major leagues or a professional athlete doesn't mean everything's all hunky dory. You got to work your butt off, not only to get there, but to stay there and to improve. I don't think people realize how much work you guys have put in to get where you're at. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, you got a good arm. You got to learn how to pitch it. You got to learn, like they threw you to the bullpen. Just making that transition. I mean, that's kudos to you on your guys' work ethic to get there and stay there.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, there's a lot of work that's done behind closed doors that people don't know.
There is. There's a lot. There's a lot there. Well, Graham, dude, you've been on for 45 minutes. I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, we'll try to get you on during the season, which I know is kind of hard, but we'll try to hopefully work that out. But good luck. And when you go to the playoffs, I'll take my ticket right next to the dugout, so I cheer you on. Appreciate you, Graham. I'll talk to you later, dude. Hey,
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, dude. See you. Bye. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Graham is freaking awesome. He's a really cool dude. Like I said, he's one of my favorite players. Maybe because he comes on my show. But I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got it in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. The website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House.
All right, guys. If you missed any of the interview with Graham Ashcraft, obviously when the show's over, you can go back and rewind. I know somebody asked about him switching from starting pitching to bullpen. We talked about it for the first 5 minutes probably of the interview. So if you want to hear his thoughts on that, go back and rewatch the interview. I would greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow on the show, we're talking NFL draft. I got Jim, the draft professor, on tomorrow. So we'll be talking about not Max Crosby. We'll be talking about what they might do at 10 and 41 and all of these different things with the Bengals. It's baseball season, man. This is one of the first, I'm not saying one, this is the first time in a while that I'm excited about baseball. The Reds did what we asked. They improved the bullpen. They got a bat. Now they just got to stay healthy and put it all together. They got the manager to do it. They just got to put it all together. I think they have a very good shot of winning the NL Central. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully this offense is more consistent than it was last year. That happens, we are going to have a very, very, very fun season. But as always, thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all those on Instagram, or I'm live on Instagram. Follow me on Threads and TikTok. Check out my Substack. I got some articles on there. I've been writing for the past couple months. Please subscribe to it. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you guys want to listen to the podcast, it'll be on later on tonight. It's on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Do me a favor. Listen to it, rate it, like it, review it. Leave a 5-star review and a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. Reds baseball, catch it. Man, when's the season starting? When's spring training? I'm ready for some spring training baseball. It's gonna be fun. And by the way, for what I understand, I know people ask about the Reds broadcast. Not going to ask that, but for what I understand, if you got Spectrum and if you got cable and stuff like that, or if you got the MLB package, you'll be able to watch it just like you did last year. If you streamed it and just totally a streaming platform, you're going to have to get a different streaming platform, which will be on the MLB app network, something like that. So it won't be on FanDuel, but you'll be able to watch it on Spectrum and all that, as far as I know. With that being said, I think I'm gonna get the heck out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. And remember one thing and one thing only. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
Another great show. You guys still here? The show's over. You can come back tomorrow. I'm out of here. See ya.